So I browse Reddit a lot, and I see comments on Reddit threads, or even on my own videos, people usually asking, why do people like me bother covering terrible games and shady developers on Steam? Because to most people, it doesn't affect them in the slightest. Well, I'm here to tell you today that it does kind of affect you, even if it's very indirectly, and it may in fact be affecting the indie developers that you actually want to support, so that's probably why people like me should keep doing what we're doing. Now, how do I know this? Well, that's because I've got myself a nice little network of developers that like to send me shady crap that they come across or when they're contacted by some idiots on the internet. And that's what's happened. So here's an email that I got from an anonymous developer that I'm not going to disclose, obviously, because they don't want to be bombarded with things like negative reviews, being doxxed possibly, or some other heinous crap that these guys who are already doing illegal things might resort to. Make no mistake about it, there's some very illegal stuff going on. Fraud, extortion, racketeering, you name it. It's all being done by what I like to call the Steam Key Mafia. Even giving them that name is probably too much credit, but still, I think it's got a nice ring to it, so I'm sticking with it. So this anonymous developer sent me this email that they received a few days ago. It says, "Hello, my name is Sergey. I saw your games and would like to propose you a partnership in your projects. All members of the Steam community are interested in improving their level by buying games and gaining gaming achievements. They leveling up their profile by collecting cards and making badges out of them. I'm professionally engaged in mining cards with the help of automated applications. Thousands of bots without human involvement receive cards every second from games. I would like to buy from you thousands of CD keys from your projects. I'd recommend to start from 30,000 to 50,000 keys and more if you'd like the results. This purchase will increase the popularity of your games since a lot of emoticons, backgrounds, and badges will appear in day-to-day conversations and Steam profiles. My clients will be able to sell cards on the Steam trading platform, and you will also receive some revenue from Steam Market as a developer. Pay attention to the screenshot, it shows how sales increase after our participation." And good old Sergey was kind enough to, yes, in fact, include a screenshot showing that there are increased sales after these people give away literally thousands of keys. Besides, you get immediately money from us for your keys. Right now, as proof of partnership, I mostly pay $300 to $500 at first, and we can increase this amount when our partnership will become solid. Please let me know if you're interested. Regards, Sergey. He also decided to leave a supposed confidentiality agreement, I guess, even though he contacted the people first and everyone who receives an email from him didn't agree to or sign anything, so it doesn't really work that way at all. But according to him, copying, distribution, or anything else is strictly prohibited, even though, like I said, you contacted them. But relax, dude, I'm not interested in doxing you or anything because I'm not a giant asshole. So this is just one email from a guy who has apparently got enough money that he can literally pay for thousands of keys and then give people even more revenue, all based on their manipulation of the Steam trading card system. Usually they'll try to prey on indie developers that don't know any better or maybe lack a moral or ethical code so they can make more money based off these Steam trading cards from these thousands of basically free keys that they're getting. With these tens of thousands of keys, they no doubt want to put them on all these bot accounts, then mine the trading cards and sell them for profit, using the automated systems that they were so generous to announce that they were using in the email. It's a way to not only get them money as well as the developer, but to, like they say, artificially increase the popularity of their game on Steam, which could lead to more legitimate sales as well. Basically, it's a completely fraudulent way to market your game and make it seem like it has more sales than it really does, because a game that's got a lot of sales on Steam is definitely going to sell more copies than one that doesn't. And since trading cards and how they work has kind of changed a little bit in the last few months, it looks like these developers are trying to reach out to legitimate indie developers that may be on the smaller side because they're more likely to take part in it when their own asset flips are now much less likely to be able to even have trading cards and use that model efficiently. And like I said, this developer, as far as I'm aware and from everything that I've ever seen from them, seems to be completely on the up and up. And it's entirely possible that you might even own some of their games. And this guy wanted to remain anonymous and straight up told me that he's afraid that his games are going to get bombarded with negative reviews, he could get possibly doxxed or something even worse. So yes, it does affect you. Even if you're not participating and buying games yourself or playing their games, you don't know if the indie game that you really like has been affected by this in any way. It's also possible that some of these indie developers might be participating in this as well, even if their games seem to be actually made by them, and they seem to be real video games. So this is why we need to be, you know, vigilant about it and point out all this crap whenever it happens, because if we let these guys get away with it behind the scenes and don't do anything about it, then it's only going to get worse for everyone. And that's my job here. I'm trying to point out when guys like Sergey do very illegal things that they shouldn't be doing, because it harms everyone, and I want to see legitimate games get pushed on Steam and not have to deal with crap like this. So thank you to the developer who sent me this, I really do appreciate it. If you are an indie developer and you're watching this and you ever get an email like this, feel free to send it to me as well. You can remain anonymous if you want to, that's totally fine, because, you know, I have morals, ethics, etc. I'm PattyJack. I'll see you next time. I got my eye on you, Sergey.